talk about the warp knitting structures, and in that we know that there are 3 or 4 different stitches which has been basically forming your warp knitting. These are tricot knit, rassel, and valance and stitch bonding. In yesterday class we had talked about the weft knitting, and in that particularly we have talked about the single jersey, purse stitch, rib and interlock, and their characteristic and end use application of all these structures. So just will give the brief review about what we had discussed in the yesterday class, that is your single jersey, purl and rib interlock. So this we know that weft knitting has you can produce on your flat bed or circular knitting machine, and in that the yarn has been fed in the horizontal direction to the knitting machines. That is the main basic construction difference between your warp knitting and weft knitting. In warp knitting we fed this yarns in the vertical directions. In weft knitting it is the horizontal directions, and there are different techniques which has been used to manufacture this weft knitted structures. That could be your single jersey, purl, interlock and rib that we have discussed. And now we see what we are talking about the single jersey. Single jersey is one of the simplest structures where we can see that there is a flat vertical lines which has been dominant on the front set of your fabric, and at the back we can see that there is a horizontal ribs which has been formed on the back of your fabrics. So the characteristics of your single jersey, we know that it is non-reversible in nature, as it has the 2 different faces on the front and back. At the same time there is a problem with the curl aging if the fabric has been cut. So this is one of the unstable structures as compared to your rib, interlock and purl. So we'll see what we are talking about the characteristics. In terms of the stretchability, as we know that there is a loop formation in the one direction only, so that is in the crosswise direction or horizontal directions. So due to that, the stretchability in the crosswise direction is much more higher as compared to the lengthwise directions. So these are the problems or characteristic of your single jersey we are talking. And end use, as we know that is basically using the inner wears and men's underwear, t-shirts and the sweaters and hosiery and pantyhose, and certain applications we can use in the fully fashioned garments. So now let's go to the first stitch. This is the one of the simplest fabric which looks back of your jersey on both the side of your fabric that we already discussed in the last class. And this is first stitch is made on your knitting machines, we normally called as a purl knit machine or link or knit machines. So now we see what is the characteristic, as it is. If you see on the front and back side, there is a same structures we can visible on the both the side. So this is one of the reversible fabric, or you can say that there is both the sides are similar in appearance, and at the same time, but the problem with this stitch is the production is very slow, but it has this good stretchability in all the directions, and it is. And in terms of the thickness, we talk about this thing as compared to your single jersey, it is much more thicker and it doesn't come on the edges. What is the problem with the single jersey? That has been removed in case of the purl stitch. And in terms of, if you talk about the end use applications, it is used in making the implant and children's wear, and it is also used for making the sweaters and scarves. So that we have discussed. So rib stitch also we have talked. It is a simplest double jersey knitted fabric which has the vertical rows of loops on the front side or well sides, having the alternate wells which has been knitted on the front and back side. So this has been seen, there is a front face, at the next wells there is a back face of your loop. So this is the alternate wells which is having the front and back side. So this is your, we can called as, it can be used to create the double face fabric which has the same appearance on the both the side of your fabric. So this is produced on the knitting machine which is having the 2 sets of needles, and this is having the 2 sets of needles which has been positioned right angle to each other that we have talked. And the characteristics we have talked about, this is reversible, it has a more elasticity and more thicker than single jersey, and it is more stretchable in crosswise than lengthwise, and it doesn't cost and more expensive to produce. In terms of the end use applications, it is used in the making of collars, cuffs and necklines that we already discussed, because it is somewhat more thicker and it is non-reversible and is much more stable as compared to the other. And it also used in making the bottom edges of your sweaters. It also used in making the double knitted jackets and knit hats and men's surgery. So next is your interlock stitch. The interlock stitch are variation in the rib stitch. जहाँ पे हमारे देखोगे, if you talk about this, it is generally similar to your rib, but in this case we have the arrangement of your needles on the cylinder and dial that are different one. There are different types of needles has been used. One is your long needle, another is your short needles. The alternate long and short needles which are opposite to each other on the cylinder and dial systems. So this is the interlock has been produced on cylinder and dial circular knitting machine. Whereas if you talk about the rib structures, that has been produced on the cylinder and cylinder knitting machine. So this is the basic difference between your rib and interlock. And the next is, if we talk about the characteristics, it is reversible as we already talked, and it is a heavier, it is thicker as compared to your rib, and it doesn't curl at the edges. It is also a good insulator. It is one of the costlier fabrics. It is basically used in making the skirts, blouses, t-shirts. It also being used as the outerwear fabric for the making the dresses. These are the characteristics we have discussed about the web knitting. Now we'll go to your warp knitting instructions. So warp knitting fabric is produced from a set of warp yarn. As the name has suggested, it is a warp knitting. So it has been produced from your a set of your warp yarns which has been coming from a beam. So it is a parallel knitted to each other down to the length of the fabric. So in the direction of your fabric, length of your fabric formations, the yarns has been fed in the warp direction, in longitudinal directions. So due to that, the name has been given as a warp knittings. So it is much more resistance to the laddering, which has their common problem with the web knitting. So that it is the problem has been removed in case of your warp knitting, the laddering problem, that is the loops which have been in the same line with the another next sort of the loop. So that problem has been removed in case of your warp knitting structures. So in that we have talked about there are 4 basic structures, but basically the 2 main common generally used structures are your tricot and rassel systems. And tricot, if you see in this here, the right side of your fabric has the fine lengthwise rib, while the reverse has the crosswise rib. Or you can say that the right side has the fine lengthwise rib, and at the reverse we have the crosswise rib. We can see in this figure also. A soft and drapery structure with some lengthwise stretch and almost no crosswise stretchability is there in case of your tricot knit. It is one of those soft and wrinkle resistant fabrics, and this tricot is very common fabric for your making the lingeries. So if you talk about, if you see your some of the lingeries, in that case the tricot structure is there because it is soft in nature and it has this drapery texture which has the some lengthwise stretch, but it doesn't have the crosswise stretchability. So this is one of the soft and wrinkle resistance fabrics which has been there. And if you talk about the rassel knit, the rassel knits are produced from spun or filament yarns of different weights and types. And this rassel knit is basically, if you talk, it has the certain different structures which has the variation in their weight and the type of yarns which has been used. Basically, if you talk about this rassel systems, it is generally made up of your conventional or novelty yarns, which allows this fabric to allow for your interesting textures and design to be created. So this is one type of your novelty yarns which has been basically used for forming the interesting texture and design to be created. So it is coarser than that of your other warp knitted fabric, and it is used for making the lace fabric and trimmings. So if it has seen the trimmings, certain different trimmings, so in that case the rassel knits has been basically used. The next structure that is your stitch bonding knit. But this is one of the special form of your warp knitting. It is commonly used for production of your composite material and technical textiles. So in general garments, we go for your rational system and tricot systems. But if you want to produce certain special type of warp knitting, so it has been produced by your stitch bonding knit. And this is the composite material. It has been used for the composite material and technical textiles. The fabric has been produced with this process offer a potential of using sensitive fabric fiber material like glass or carbon with only little damage or non-cream fiber orientation and variation distance between the threads. The advantages of this includes the higher productivity rate and the scope it offers for the functional design of textile such as fiber reinforced plastics, and being it has been used in the field as wind energy generation also and the aviation. So this is basically used for the production of certain composite materials which has been used in different applications like the wind energy generation or aviation systems or fiber reinforced plastics. Or this has, so in that case basically the fiber which has been used are glass and carbon with, and this is one of the basically used in the technical textiles field. Next is your lens knit. This is also one of the special structures. If you see, this is made from your two sets of yarns which are knitted diagonally, which result in the face fabric having the fine vertical ribs and reverse having the diagonal structures. At the front we are having the fine vertical ribs, and at the back we have the reverse diagonal structures. So whatever the caps and other things that made up, that is made up with the lens knits. It is superior to your tricot in terms of the smoothness, elasticity and regularity of the structures and friction resistance. It is stronger and more stable, smoother and more expensive than the tricot fabric. So here we can see this at the face we are having the fine vertical lines, and at the back if we talk about, there is a fine diagonal lines can be visible in this lens knit structures. So there are various types of knitted structures we can see here. So in terms of the knitting machines, there are two. So weft knitting mein you have the flat knitting and circular knitting machines. This is the flat bed knitting machine. In certain nowadays, if you talk about the shoes that front side or the top side has been majorly made up with the flat knitting machines, and the circular knitting machines, and the collars can be whatever the collars and different parts has been made from your flatbed knitting machines. And the circular knitting basically your inner garments or t-shirt and other different parts has been knitted with the circular knitting machines. So there is a certain different latest development which has been there in knitting. These are we call as the seamless garment. There is no stitching is required. Directly we can get the garment out of this knitting. There is also the float flatting technology has been used, and there is a technical textiles, certain different like what we are stitch bonding needs we talk about. This is one type of your technical textile product, and certain 3D fabric also made from your knitting. So these are the certain examples we can see in terms of the technical textiles in geotextile that is basically used. And there is certain medical textiles, whatever the artificial arteries are there, that is generally made up of your knitted fabrics. That is polyester knitted structure has been used, knitted fabric fiber has been used if you want to make the artificial arteries. This is the seamless technology, or there is a, you can say the hand gloves is one example you can talk, where we can directly produce the whole garments out of the single yarn. And certain cases there is certain garments also there which will get the in terms of the seamless technology. There are certain 3D fabrics which has been used in certain different application and float plating technology. So in this lecture we are talking about there are different structures with the warp knitting, and what we are discussed in the last class, that is weft knitting structures. So thank you so much for your kind attention. Hello. So I hope You understand certain different basic aspect of your warp knitting. What are the different structures? The basically जैसे मैंने बोला था कि we have the two basic structures, that is your tricot and rational systems, and this stitch bonding is basically used in case of your टेक्निकल टेक्सटाइल एप्लीकेशंस. तो ये उसके एग्जांपल्स में मैं थोड़े बहुत दिखाए थे. सो नाउ फर्स्ट गिव्स द अटेंडेंस. In case of your warp knitting and weft knitting, जैसे depending upon your application we need to select the fabric. ऐसे नहीं कि which is the best in case of your warp knitting. तो जनरली जो हम यूज करते हैं that is your tricot and rational systems के जो बनते हैं. जैसे तुमने देखा होगा कि ऑटोमोटिव टेक्सटाइल्स यानी जो कार के इंटीरियर्स में मेनली जो हमारे कार सीट कवर्स होंगे या डिफरेंट अदर डिफरेंट एस्पेक्ट जो है वो सारे बनते तो हमारे वार्प निटेड स्ट्रक्चर से. और इन केस ऑफ योर वेब निटिंग में भी तुम्हारे जैसे रीप, इंटरलॉक, ये वाली जो स्टेबल स्ट्रक्चर है वो तुम्हारे कॉलर्स वाले जो जहाँ पे तुम्हारा स्टिफ पार्ट चाहिए वो उसकी स्टेबिलिटी चाहिए फैब्रिक की, उस केस में वहाँ पे यूज किए जाते हैं. तो जनरल हमारा जो टी शर्ट्स या इनर वेयर्स में हमारा सिंगल जर्सी जो हम बोलते हैं वो आप वेब निटेड फैब्रिक यूज करते हैं. सो दैट विल अल्टीमेटली डिपेंड अपॉन योर एप्लीकेशन एंड व्हाट आर द प्रॉपर्टीज नीडेड. तो उसके हिसाब से हमें वार्प निटिंग पे जाना है या वेब निटिंग को. और वेब निटिंग के बेसिकली जो फ्लैट निटिंग का कब यूज करना है और सर्किल निटिंग कब यूज करना है. सो दैट विल अल्टीमेटली डिपेंड अपॉन कि हमें एप्लीकेशन क्या करना है, कि क्या टाइप ऑफ फैब्रिक बनाना है और किसके लिए चाहिए. क्योंकि टी शर्ट्स में भी देखो जो मेन तुम्हारा जो पार्ट बनता है दैट इज योर सर्कुलर निटिंग मशीन से बनता है. एंड अगर उसके कॉलर्स होंगे या नेक लाइन्स होंगे या तुम्हारे जो एंड में जो तुम्हारा स्टिफर फैब्रिक होता है दैट इज बेसिकली मेड अप ऑफ योर इंटरलॉक स्ट्रक्चर होता है या रीप स्ट्रक्चर होता है जो फ्लैट बेड निटिंग मशीन में बनता है. सो दैट विल अल्टीमेटली डिपेंड अपॉन दैट. तो सबने अटेंडेंस सबकी कंप्लीट है. और कुछ क्वेश्चन? आशुतोष सब क्वेश्चन था वो. ओके. और अभी अटेंडेंस फिर भी कमी है. 75 में से तुम्हारे 37 आते कभी कभार. तो बाकी लोगों को भी इन्फॉर्म कर देना कि क्लासेस स्टार्ट हो गई ऑनलाइन.